Hello and welcome back to day 2 of trying to make Lear and Offer You Can't Refuse good. So this time I've decided that the way to make them good is actually to use Hullbreaker Horror, or not Hullbreaker Horror, but to cut a copy of Hullbreaker Horror and go all out with Goldspan Dragon. So this deck is basically designed so that once you get Goldspan Dragon, you don't lose. Or not that you don't lose, rather you win because you can still lose, but it doesn't matter if you win first. So we're still doing all 4 iterations, but now we've put in 4 extra unexpected windfalls because that way we have greater chance of drawing them. Free cards with Goldspan Dragon, or free cycling with Goldspan Dragon, free cards with Lear, very good. Galvanic Iteration, I'm on 3 copies of it right now because it really sucks to draw early game. But it's also really, really good with Unexpected Windfall and Big Score because you have your Goldspan Dragon there. And now your Galvanic Iteration is a way to net you treasures before you play Lear, which is very good. It's also very good to pitch to a Windfall, and then you can still cast it from the yard regardless of your Goldspan Dragon, and you can still get bonus value off of that. Other notable inclusion is the Requisitioner. This card is pretty nice. It helps us with the not losing part early game. It gives us a turn 2 play. That's something that the deck definitely struggled with, was having literally anything to do turn 2. But it also, either it sticks and then it can work as a blocker, get some chip damage in. Very good against Ob Nixilis because it can swing at Ob Nixilis, forces them to put up a devil token instead of punching us for discard. So that's good. And then the treasure is super relevant because that helps us cast Unexpected Windfall and our Big Score turn 3, which accelerates our plan by 1 turn. Down to 2 copies of Prismari Command, mostly because the Requisitioner also fills in the 3 slot on the curve if we need to. And we already have the iteration on 3. And the Prismari Command, it's fine. It's a good card. It's just not as good as like Windfall. And turns out we don't really need to be like killing Asika's Chariots that much. We'd rather just kill our opponent. Besides that, I'm down Hullbreaker Horror, and that is also partially because of the Requisitioners. These cards are very good if you're looping out. If you've already like kind of won the game with the Goldspan Dragon and you're getting like nigh unlimited mana, you can just toss these guys in for 3 damage apiece if you're in first main phase. So yeah, this is trying to do one of the more greedy decks with Goldspan. I'm actually forgot to put in these land, which I'm pretty sure all 4 of them belong. Especially because I took out the Snarls for Otawara and Sokenzen. Those cards are to help us not lose. And they also do stuff if while we're comboing off. They're good mana sinks we need. So, yeah, hopefully this deck does slightly more than the other deck when it actually has Goldspan. And I think that the Riveteers card is going to help us, survive for a second longer. Should have mentioned I took out the phasing card for You See a Guard Approach. That's the phasing wasn't. It was doing more harm than help. I really wasn't running into a lot of board clears, which is not. That's where this card is best. Of course, our opponent here is gonna be playing like Invoke Despair and shit, so that's gonna really punish us for not having. So here we could Requisitioner on Blitz. I think we want an iteration. Get closer to Goldspan. That's not good. I think we want the Big Score here. I guess maybe we want Prismari Command because we already have Lear. Like we just Prismari Command, try to get Goldspan. I think Big Score's fine here though. And then do that. We don't have any way to shuffle our library. I think we do that. No, that's definitely the wrong land drop. That should be on red. Threatens Spikefield Hazard and allows us to hard cast Goldspan without treasure if we run into that circumstance. No land. That's unfortunate. Like Prismar Command here maybe would have been nice. I didn't know we were going to draw the second big score, obviously. Yeah, he doesn't want to remove this, so he's just going to take it. Actually, he might want to exile it. I could see him exiling this. He's definitely thinking about it. But I think he's just going to take it like a coward, give us a card and a treasure. Obviously, if he knows what's in my deck, it is definitely best to exile the Requisitioner here so that I don't slip back into this game. Oh, I forgot about that guy. I've never read this card. Reading is hard. Yeah, that's a good draw. Yeah. This is fine. We draw a Goldspan. We do kind of win on the spot, which is, the point of the deck. So that's always good to see. I'm still on 4 offer. You can't refuse. But it is a little worse in this deck. It's a little less necessary. Still good when you have the combo. Good thing to have in the yard since you want to cast it once you have layer out anyways. Really want to be hitting Goldspan here. Statistically speaking, we should have hit it by now. Lier is fine. Maybe I just Lier, leave up the you see a guard approach. Both copies of it. Prismari Command to hit like Valentin or Innkeeper maybe. I think if I'm Prismari Command, I'd probably just want Cycle and Treasure. Could also just pass it on big score. I don't know if I like that play, but we really need to hit Goldspan, or we're just gonna fall behind. So I guess we do just leave we could just play them both maybe. I think this gets main phased. That way we can iteration. Or that. What do you do about that, huh? Have I land dropped? Guess we can find out. Yeah, I have. I guess we do that. Play it as a blocker. We could, nah. We don't need a 3-1 here. Don't think I should be giving him cards. Oh no. That's sad that I already deal you can't refuse his bad card. It's also a really bad sign because these are going to be less useful. I guess we can still play out Riveteers to insulate. So the command, we don't need to cast this turn. We just take damage. Give him cards. Sacrifice our Planeswalker. Still win on the spot with Goldspan. That's really interesting. This guy's deck is weird. You like Invoke Despair Reanimator. That's actually not a bad draw. I think we really want to get a creature out here. Like, stick it. I think we probably start with that. Probably just do that. The bounce is useful, but not doing anything huge. Man, this Goldspan is coming late. I think we need the iteration at this point. Do this main phase so he doesn't pull some shit. And then I think Requisitioner is right here. That way we don't lose on the spot to invoke this there. Although it's unlikely that he's drawn his third Invoke Despair. This is looking very bad for me. Still iteration into Goldspan, and that still wins, pretty much. I think we just give that hexproof. Yeah. Figure you're not like really spending a treasure to give a hexproof, since when it dies it gives you the treasure anyways. You're just using the Seagard approach to get a Requisitioner out, which seems like a good deal. So he's trying to reanimate a Seeker's Chariot here. That's what he's trying to do. But he has not hit a Seeker's Chariot. Iteration onto Goldspan. Still very good. Man. Could exile Lier, play him. We do have 3 offers. That's a lot of mana. But we'd still have to get it something to kick it off. Nah, we probably go hand. Alright, this is kind of useless. We don't want this card very bad. It's 2 blockers, I guess. Yeah, I guess 2 blockers is really good. So it probably goes hand, library, exile. So now we play Lier. What happens? We can still Sekenzin for surprise blockers. Probably tries to exile Lier, but that's fine. We can just guard approach on Lier and then make treasure. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but I think it must be done. Guess the teaching of the Karen is just there to try to mill the rights and the chariot. It's pretty interesting there what we do. I guess maybe we want to do that. And then just pop all 3 of these for the 3 treasure. At this point we can Sekenzin and still have mana up. I think we still want the extra deal. Spirits are also good in case he draws the Invoke Despair. Could try to Rite of Oblivion, make me burn the protection. If he has two of them, he can kill Lear, which is bad. That would be a not good thing. Because then we'd pretty much have to big score whatever we draw. That would suck. Oh wow, you're so creative. You're so unpredictable. You're just so smart. Oh, did he forget that Rite of Oblivion #2 is sorcery? Huh, this is good. That's a really good draw. So if we iteration, big score, discard that. That's 4 cards. And then we have enough money for 1 Goldspan, which is good. Ah, no, I was trying to close that. So I guess we probably just iteration this iteration rather than the other iteration. Then we can we can still big score if we whiff. Hand, library, exile seems right. Yeah. All right. See, now we're in business. This is the deck now doing the thing. And we only had to go halfway through the deck to draw Goldspan #1. That is when Goldspan #2 would show up, isn't it? So we really need deal you can't refuse here. But we only have 1 left. So I guess we'll see if we can get there in time. Oh, we haven't land dropped yet? That's really interesting. That changes a lot. Because we can land drop here. Iteration the command. Get 3 treasure. 3 treasure, and then we could dig. Because 3 treasure lets us do the iteration on the other thing. Yeah, that's the right play. Alright. Oh, crap. I can't read, can I? Oh, no, I did that right. Okay. We just don't get to loot, which is fine. Alright, so then we can iteration into big score. And then now we're in a really good spot. Because now we have enough treasures to do more iteration into big score, which is great. So I think the changes to the deck are really showing here with the whole draw Goldspan equals win situation. 5 treasure. I think we want to iteration into score again. Like, I am really tempted to run Crackle with Power just for situations like this. Ah! No, I'm throwing. That's fine. It's arguable that you want that anyways there. So we do that. We'd be floating mana, which we don't want. We'd rather keep the floating mana floating so that we can offer. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this. actually, the iteration goes there. We don't really need to be digging 3 cards deeper. Or 2 cards deeper, I guess. I'll block that. There we go. He discovered we do in fact have a win con. Man, that was a long ass game. There you go, Isaac. Hope you enjoy my short explanation of this build and gameplay of this build. Pretty good gameplay, I think. Really differentiated itself from the other one. We also get to cast 30 blue spells without having 30 blue spells in our deck. Alright. Still gunning for another token.